This week brought one of the most shocking developments in college football, and it had nothing to do with what happened on the field. Sherrone Moore, until recently the head football coach at the University of Michigan, was abruptly fired and is now facing criminal charges following a dramatic personal and legal situation that has sent shockwaves through one of the sport's most historic programs. Sherrone Moore was hired as Michigan's head coach in January of 2024, stepping into the role after the Wolverines won a national championship. He had spent years on the Michigan staff under Jim Harbaugh and was widely viewed as a rising star in college football. Moore also made history as the first black head coach in the long history of Michigan football, a milestone that was celebrated across the sport. On the field, Moore led Michigan to winning seasons, including a 9-3 record in 2025 and a spot in the Citrus Bowl. But in just a matter of days, his tenure came to a sudden and dramatic end. On December 10th, the University of Michigan announced that it had fired Moore for cause following an internal investigation. The university stated that Moore had violated school policy by engaging in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. While the school did not release extensive details, it emphasized that the decision was made after reviewing evidence and that the behavior was inconsistent with university standards. Only hours after his dismissal, the situation escalated even further. According to prosecutors, Moore allegedly broke into the home of a woman he had previously been involved with at an apartment complex in Pittsfield Township, Michigan. Authorities say Moore entered the residence without permission and became emotionally unstable. During the incident, he allegedly grabbed kitchen knives and scissors and made statements suggesting self-harm, including telling the woman that his blood would be on her hands. The woman contacted police and Moore was later taken into custody without further incident. On December 12th, Moore was formally charged with multiple offenses, including a felony count of third-degree home invasion, along with misdemeanor charges of stalking, in a domestic relationship and breaking and entering. He appeared in court via video from jail, where a judge set his bond at $25,000. The judge also imposed strict conditions, including GPS monitoring, mandatory mental health treatment, and a no-contact order with the alleged victim. Moore entered a not guilty plea, and the case is expected to continue into the new year. The news stunned the Michigan community and the broader college football world. Fans, alumni, and former colleagues expressed disbelief and sadness as details continued to emerge. Many described the situation as heartbreaking, not only because of the legal allegations, but because of how quickly Moore's career unraveled. Former Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh, who worked closely with Moore for years and helped elevate him within the program, said he was still processing the situation. Others around the program echoed similar sentiments, struggling to reconcile the coach they knew with the allegations now facing him. This scandal also comes at a difficult time for Michigan football. The program has already been dealing with fallout from previous NCAA investigations, including sign-stealing allegations that resulted in suspensions and penalties. Moore himself had been suspended earlier in his tenure for related violations, making this latest controversy even more damaging for the program's public image. With Moore dismissed, Michigan quickly moved to stabilize the situation by naming an interim head coach to guide the team through bowl season. The timing could not be worse, coming during bowl preparation, recruiting season, and the transfer portal window. Coaching instability during this period can have lasting effects, influencing player decisions, recruiting momentum, and donor confidence. For Michigan, the challenge now is twofold. First, the university must navigate the legal and ethical implications of Moore's dismissal, while supporting those affected by the situation. Second, it must begin the process of identifying long-term leadership for one of college football's most prestigious programs. For fans, this story has been deeply unsettling. What began as hope and optimism for the future of Michigan football has turned into disappointment, concern, and uncertainty. The situation serves as a stark reminder that actions off the field can have consequences just as significant as anything that happens on it. As the legal case unfolds and Michigan charts its next steps, The impact of this episode will likely be felt for years to come, not only in wins and losses, but in how the program defines accountability, leadership, and trust moving forward.